Hi guys, it's BB and we're back with some more Kindred Spirits on the roof. Last time we left off we were going to start Summer Lilies 3, so let's get to it. So what I'm saying is, yuri doesn't necessarily mean lesbians, you know? Well, this is a great start to the video. The classroom after school. There wasn't anything pressing I needed to help with today. Maki-san and Ihara-san are the same as usual. I go and check on them sometimes. They do seem a little distant lately, but I don't know why. I haven't been finding any opportunities to put our plan with Kiri-san in motion. Since I have some time on my hands, I'm staying behind in the classroom to chat about trivial things with Anno. Or that's what I thought we were gonna do, but why am I getting a lecture on Yuri from Anno right now? How did this happen? Weren't we talking about classes? And whether we want to get together to study before finals? I think two close girls holding hands while walking together is splendid, Yuri, already. In my business, you see, there's a deep, dark river that runs between Yuri and lesbians. Of course, there are people who can cross over too. Uh-huh. How did that turn into this conversation? I can't remember anymore, and yeah, I really don't care. But what Anno's talking about right now, I'm a bit too involved in lately to totally ignore. Of course, Yuri is fiction. It's fun because it's fiction. Actually, I'm having some non-fiction issues in that area. Well, it's just make-believe. You do that sometimes, right, Yuna? I don't think so. Huh? Just think about it a little. Come on. Oh, like... Who do you think is more your type? Me or Hina-chan? Try thinking from there a little. What? Oh. Anno or Hina, huh? Well, Anno has that whole random fun thing going on, which I love. But Hina is more the silent athletic type, and I also like that. Oh, I really like... I mean, personality-wise, Anno, but... I'm gonna go with Hina on this one. Hina, maybe? The true route, huh? You and Hina-chan really suit each other after all. I don't know how much we suit each other, but we have known each other since we were little. It's just natural for us to be together. A love born through time, huh? Love? It's nothing like that. So, who's the Tachi then? Who's the Neko? Normally, Yuna would be the Tachi, right? I guess you could be switches. Sorry, I have no idea what you're talking about, Anno. Oh, sorry, I guess switch is a bit technical. I didn't get the stuff before that either. Oh, Yuna. Ah, don't look at me like you're looking at a huge dork. Anno, you are a huge dork. And while Anno and I were trying to have that incomprehensible conversation, the door to the classroom opened and Mayama-san stuck her head in. Anno, you in here? Oh, it's Naina. I'm here. What's up? Hide me for a bit, would you? I'm in a bit of a pinch. What happened? Umi's after me. Ichiki-san is after Mayama-san. She's so annoying. I can't get any sleep. Can I rest here a little? Sure. Use this seat here. Anno, that's my seat. Oh, it's fine. Well, I don't mind, but... Sorry, well, good night then. Mayama-san said, sitting down on my chair and laying her head down on my desk. With my seat taken, I moved over to the chair of the girl next to me, who had already gone home. Sorry, Toomi-san. Oh, it's fine, don't worry about it. Umi's just... Miyama-san muttered quietly. Personally, I wish she'd pay a little more attention to Sasa. I was a little worried Anno might hear us, but she seemed to be rooting through her bag for something. So I've been trying to excuse myself a little more often. I see. On that rainy day in June, when we tried to get Ichiki-san and Futano-san to go home together. It was when I'd realised that Mayama-san was aware of Futano-san's feelings too. She told me herself. That's probably why she was telling me this now. I don't know why, but Umi suddenly really worked up about the three of us being together. She's been chasing me around. Because of that, I can't get any sleep. With a little sigh, Miyama-san slumped down onto the desk. It really looked like she was at her wit's end, like that. Well, she was using my chair, but that wasn't a big deal. The bell signalling a campus-wide announcement rang as I considered my loss. Paging a student. Huh? Is this Ichiki-san's voice? Mayama Naina-san of 2nd year Class B. Mayama Naina-san of 2nd year Class B, please come to the broadcasting room immediately. One more time, Mayama Naina-san of 2nd year Class B. Mayama Naina-san of 2nd year Class B. Ugh, she's using the broadcasting system now. The summons had been for Miyama-san, and I would guess, no, I'm pretty sure it was Ichiki-san calling her. I was in agreement with Miyama-san. She's even using the broadcasting system to call her. Miyama-san, what are you going to do? This must mean she's pretty serious, huh? She'll probably find me hiding here. I guess I have no choice but to run. I see. Wow, Nina, you're like a wanted criminal. What did you do? I didn't do anything, other than skipping on club activities. Actually, maybe she deserved being paged like that then. Oh, well, sorry to have bothered you. Good luck! Miyama-san said, tottering out of the classroom. Naina's got it rough too, huh? Yeah. Are those three going to be okay? And we have a new one. Some of these four. We're getting a lot of these. Wait. We go through the main story first, don't we? And then we get the others. Okay. So let's see what this one has for us. For the last week or so, Sachi-san and Megumi have been taking turns checking on how Aihara-senpai and Maki-san are doing. Their observation revealed a few things. It seems something definitely happened between them. Sachi-san had said they stopped going to their hideout during the end of June, and they've apparently yet to go there once during July. Despite that, they're still working every day after school, doing the tasks that find their way to Aihara-senpai. But from what Sachi-san and Megumi have seen, they've been acting distant. Their conversations have lost the cheer they used to have. Maki-san in particular has gotten much quieter. According to them, Aihara-senpai isn't really the type to chat while she works, so they've been carrying on in silence. Though Maki-san's still doing her best to help Aihara-senpai with her work. That hasn't changed. They've realised one other thing too. Even more work than usual is being left to Aihara-senpai lately. I also see the two of them a lot when I walk around the school. They're always occupied with one matter or another. They do seem to be busier lately, but they're doing chores that are clearly just busy work, like taking out the trash from classrooms or collecting homework to be turned in to the teachers. That must mean they're not just doing stuff for the beautification committee. Though Ihara-senpai's always taken on that sort of work too, I think. It's been a while since Maki-san started helping her. She seems to be getting better and better at it. They're able to get more work done now, and in turn more work is coming to them. It's a vicious cycle, I guess. That hasn't stopped them from taking in and completing their requests though. Megumi had said it was actually a little scary, since they do the work so quietly. I don't think they're avoiding their hideout just because they're busier now. It's like they're avoiding being alone together there. Neither of them ever suggests taking a break, Sachi-san had said. I don't think Maki-san's feelings for Ihara-senpai have changed. And I don't think Ihara-senpai hates Maki-san now, or wants the situation to stay like this either. But something must have happened, something that created this distance between the two of them. I read Miki-chan's heart a little, actually. She's hesitating about something. It came through very clearly that she isn't sure what to do. And somewhere deeper, she is feeling betrayed by Maki-chan. That Maki-chan hasn't understood her feelings. Despite this, she seems to be hoping for something from Maki-chan. All those aspects are entwined together. So she doesn't know what to do right now. She's just wrapped up in her work. It would probably be the fastest just to ask her about it directly. But I can't exactly do that, can I? We're barely acquainted. What should I do? There's one more piece of information I've gotten from watching Ihara-senpai and Maki-san. It was something I happened to overhear near a third year classroom while I was looking for the two of them. What? No, this stuff is so boring. Let's get Ihara-senpai to do it. Like always, she'll be happy to. Those words. I hadn't intended to hear them, but the moment I did, I felt a stab of pain in my heart. Do you need any help? I couldn't help asking her. Ihara-senpai, when I found her in the inner building classroom after school. Huh? Ihara-senpai's alone today. Megumi told me that Maki-san had gone home early. It's not clear why. Did she have something else to take care of? Senpai was in the middle of some work she'd gotten from someone, like always. She has piles of printouts stacked up on desks and seems to be taking one sheet from each pile and stapling them together. I assume a teacher asked her to do this. Satake-sensei, the social studies teacher, asked her. They're handouts from her class. Oh, Sachi-san's here. That information is helpful though. It seems like Ihara-senpai was surprised that I suddenly called out to her like that. Well... Oh, my name is Toomi. I'm a second year. Satake-sensei asked me to help you out. Is that right? It's alright though. I'll be done with this in no time. It really doesn't look like that to me. Oh, don't worry about it. I wasn't doing anything. It'll be quicker if we do it together. Really? In that case, could you help me for a bit? Of course. From what I could tell, she was assembling 10 sheets in order and stapling them. Nothing complicated. I imagined the task in my head and asked myself if there was a way to do it more efficiently. Should we just start by putting them all together first? Yeah, that sounds good. Then let's stack them in order on the desks. Right. I was confident nobody would be using the classroom, so we spread the papers over every desk we needed. this is for a first year class, isn't it? Seems like it. Aihara-senpai is a third year. I'm a second year. We were both putting together printouts for a class that had nothing to do with us. I picked up sheets from stacks we had lined up, put them together and stacked them alternating vertical and horizontal so they wouldn't get mixed together. I've done that before, it's really handy. We silently went down the row of papers on the desks. How many staplers do you have? Huh? Oh, only one. You want to start stapling them, senpai? I can finish the rest of the stacks. Sure. We returned to silence, only the sound of Aihara-senpai's stapler stapling through the quiet. But we were able to work faster for all the chatting we weren't doing. The pile of completed bundles grew higher and higher. There might have been 3 whole classes worth. It looked like more than 100 handouts in all. It didn't even take an hour. We worked, barely speaking, until the printouts were done. This is all of them. Yep, looks like it. There were a few pages left over, but I guess that's because there were uneven amounts of them printed. Aihara-senpai thanked me as she collected the leftovers. Thank you. Was it Toomi-san, right? That went pretty quickly. No problem. This would have been a lot of work to do on your own, though. You might be right. I appreciate the help. Come to think of it, you've helped me once before, right, Toomi-san? Yes. That was last year. You were helping me, Aihara-senpai. Was I? You were efficient today, though, Toomi-san. That's why I remembered. What did we have? I don't remember her. Is that so? Honestly, I was surprised Aihara-senpai remembered that time, as well as me too. We didn't talk much back then either. And I'm not a famous person like senpai or anything. I remembered you too, senpai. You were a lot of help back then, and you're quite famous, Aihara-senpai. Oh, you think so? Yes, you're always doing stuff like this after school, right? I see you around the campus a lot. Is that right? I'm a little embarrassed, Aihara-senpai said, smiling. It was a bit of a bitter smile, and seeing it seemed to prick and stab into my heart for some reason. We did just need to bring these to Satake-sensei, right? I'll take them over. I wanted to get away from senpai as soon as I could. Oh, it's too much to carry on your own. It was a lot of work getting it all here. I'll help you. But I felt like I was going to say something if I stayed. Like I would have to say something. This isn't something you should have to do, is it, Aihara-senpai? Huh? Even I was surprised by the words coming out of my mouth. And these are for a first year class, right? This has nothing to do with you, senpai. I was regretting it somewhere in my head, thinking I have to hurry and shut my mouth, but this is just busy work, isn't it? Why? I knew I shouldn't, but why do you have to do this, senpai? I couldn't stop myself. I'm sorry. Was it too much work helping me? No, not at all. I just want to know. Why do you do all this work for so many people every day, senpai? I understand the work you do for the beautification committee, but you get all this work that has nothing to do with that pushed onto you. Isn't it strange to you? Don't you ask yourself why it's you who has to do all these things? They're things they should be able to... They're things they should be able to ask other people to help with, or just do themselves. But everyone asks you because you always agree. They rely on you. They push even simple things onto you. Don't you think you're just being used? I said it. I hadn't intended to say all that, and I hadn't wanted to either. But I couldn't stop myself once the words started flowing. I couldn't forget the words I heard from those girls. Girls whose names and faces I didn't know. Girls pushing work onto senpai as a matter of convenience. Aihara senpai didn't say anything. She simply made a troubled face, like she was trying to think of what to say. I'm sure senpai understands all this. It's not as if everyone's going to ask senpai to do work just because they don't want to do it themselves. It's not as if everyone's pushing those tasks onto her. There are people who appreciate the help senpai gives them, and the work she does for them. I'm sure she's saved a lot of people from real trouble. But I'm sure there are people taking advantage of her kindness. I think senpai understands that, but she's being taken advantage of. That because she accepts everything, people will push unnecessary work onto her. But isn't it hard for her? If she understands that, isn't it painful? The thing is... Senpai's voice was quiet. She sounded almost calm. I know that sort of thing does happen on occasion. She doesn't rebuke me. I'm sure I don't want to be of help to people or anything like that. I don't want people to be upset if I turn them down. I don't want people to think of me as cold-hearted or anything. It's just that I don't want to betray people's expectations, I think. I don't necessarily want to be praised by people for helping them. I just don't want them to think badly of me for turning them down. I think that's why I can't say no. Because of this, I feel like I shouldn't say anything to the people who take advantage of me. Aihara senpai's words pierced my heart, stinging, even though I was the one who brought it up in the first place. Something else was bubbling up in me, and I was trying to push it down. This time it was something I really couldn't say. I couldn't. I don't think what you're saying is wrong, Toomi-san, but I can't help accepting them. I can't turn them down. I think about it sometimes. Not what you said about why I'm the one always doing this, but that I wish someone would understand why I accept these requests. I know it's a selfish thought, but I wanted someone to ask me why. I don't want them to praise me or tell me I'm wrong, just... I want them to think that sometimes. But I couldn't stop myself. I don't think Aihara senpai wanted me to say it, but I don't think she wanted me to say anything. I knew that, but... They won't understand what you're thinking if you don't say anything, and you won't understand what they're thinking either. If you don't say anything, if you don't tell them, nothing will change. I couldn't take it anymore. I didn't want to be there anymore. I didn't want to be speaking to Aihara senpai anymore. I was fed up with myself, and it hurt. I picked up the stack of printouts. It was heavy, really heavy, but I grit my teeth and lifted it. I would handle it somehow. It's not going to be easier if you never say anything. I muttered and left the classroom, trying not to stagger under the weight of the printouts. I left Aihara senpai there. Oh, we're gonna be playing Isachi now. Oh, Yuna-san. I was in the hallway, in the inner building, in front of a classroom. The classroom that Yuna-san and Miki-chan had been working in just 10 minutes earlier. Yuna-san had returned after delivering the printouts. She seemed anxious, like I expected. If you're worried about Miki-chan, she left a little bit after you did, Yuna-san. I see. She cleaned up everything too. Right. Yuna-san glanced in, confirming that the desks they'd moved were back in their original position, and that the station area was sorted away. I was surprised that she worried about that sort of thing. That she would come back after leaving the classroom in such a fashion. She truly is a responsible girl. In that fashion, yes. I was listening to Yuna-san's conversation with Miki-chan. A conversation that shed some light on what was in both of their hearts. I saw Yuna-san leave the classroom first, barely able to carry all the papers she was holding, and still trying to move as quickly as possible. Miki-chan, who she'd left behind, sat in thought for a while, but soon tidied everything up and left the Hoshikin building. I don't think either of them said anything they wanted to say, and it didn't seem like it lightened either of their burdens. In fact, Yuna's heart seemed to only have grown heavier. After glancing into the classroom, she turned to the window and looked out from it, merely staring outside. Yuna-san. I didn't want to bother her, but I stood beside her. I don't think she missed my presence there, but she didn't say anything. She didn't look away from the window. I called her name, but received no response, though it didn't seem to be a rejection. What could I do? The best thing I could come up with, something tactful to say. But no words came to mind. Instead I asked her, "You didn't want to say those things to her, did you?" What I was thinking. I don't think Yuna-san meant to criticize Miki-chan. I believe that, so I won't scold her. I just hope that Yuna-san would be able to collect herself somewhat by replying to me. No. Yuna-san said, shaking her head. Why did I say all that to her? There was no point in telling her all those things. Perhaps, but you couldn't bear leaving it unsaid, could you? Maybe. Whenever I look at Ihara-senpai, why do I don't know the answer to that either. I could feel the regret weighing down Yuna-san's heart. It's the same thing that was in Miki-chan's heart, in the classroom after Yuna-san left. There was regret in her heart too, but Miki-chan's had cleared up a little by the time she left the classroom. It had seemed like she realised something during her conversation with Yuna. They had both spit out words they hadn't intended to say. When they freed them, it was as if they both ventured into deep places in their hearts. Miki-chan found something there. What about you, Yuna-san? Do you think you'll find something too? I think I understand Miki-chan's feelings. I think everyone shares that desire to have others think well of them. Killing yourself worrying over something like that might be wrong, but acknowledging that weakness of yours, accepting it, and overcoming it is a pretty difficult thing, I think. I doubt it's something just anyone can do. Right. I think that's true. And I think you understand that too, Yuna-san. But you couldn't stop yourself. Why, perhaps? Because there's something similar in you. A weak part of you. Something everyone has. Miki-chan might be feeling a bit better after talking with you, Yuna-san. Huh? When she left after you, she was looking a little cheerful. Why? After I said those things to her. Well, Miki-chan did answer your words with words of her own, Yuna-san. She may have come to some conclusion by doing that. You think so? There are times when saying what you need to say can clear your mind. I'm sure the same would happen to you, Yuna-san. To me? Yes. Your heart grows heavy from the words you want to say but can't, doesn't it? You feel weighed down, don't you? Feeling your thoughts may lighten the burden you carry. If you're alright with it, I'd listen. I won't tell anyone, of course, not even Megumi. And I'm a ghost, so I can't tell anyone else. But I can listen. If it'll make your heart lighter, Yuna-san, would you tell me? I won't force you to, of course. Only if you want to tell me. If you want me to listen. I always knew that there was something caught in your heart. That it might have been the reason you ate lunch alone on the roof. That it might have been the reason you were so unenthusiastic about helping us the first time we asked. I wonder if there's really some other Yuna-san hiding in there. I see glimpses of her sometimes, but then she is pushed back down. There really is too scared to show herself. I understand that feeling very well. Because revealing your true self is frightening. Thank you, Sachi-san. But I don't need to right now. I see. It's difficult, but I hope you'll be there if I do want to tell you. Of course. Yuna-san is strong, just as I thought. She continued staring outside, but now looked a little more steady. For better or worse, that something was again being pushed deep down into her heart. It seemed like the pain she was feeling when talking to Miki-san had disappeared, replaced by acceptance. I'm a little disappointed, but that's so like you, Yuna-san. It's like me? Yes, you're very level-headed. That's not true. I don't have anything to say, but I feel a lot better now because of you, Sachi-san. Oh, really? Yes. You're really mature, Sachi-san. You're always so calm. I feel like I can relax around you. That's why talking to you helped me calm down. Sometimes I'm really impressed. Impressed, hmm? I'm a little happy to learn that Yuna-san thinks of me that way. I'm happy, but... well, I'm gonna head home for today. Oh? Very well. Take care. Right. See you tomorrow then. Yes, see you tomorrow. After giving me a little bow of her head, Yuna-san walked off towards the Hoshikain building. I saw her off, and when I couldn't see her anymore, mature, calm, and she can relax around me. Huh. She thinks so highly of me, when really, I'm a cowardly ghost, full of regrets and nothing but lies. Nice cheery music after all that. Okay, so I'm just wondering, she didn't... I'm wondering if Sachi-san killed herself. I don't know. That might be just a stretch. But anyway, that's all the time I have for now. I hope you guys enjoyed the set, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!